I'm Becky Archibald, and I'm a realtor with Keller Williams Signature Properties. So today we're going to talk about 5 things that every seller should ask their agent before they sign a listing contract. So the first thing is how did you arrive at your suggested list price? So let's walk through this. So the agent that you're interviewing comes over, they look at your home, they make some notes, and then they go home and they compare it to other homes in your area that have sold. And they put together what we call a comparative market analysis. And they bring that back to you. So obviously the price is important because it's the key to maximizing your offer price and selling your house fast. So you want to make sure your agent has enough knowledge that they can justify the price that they're telling you it should be. Second question is, how are you marketing my home and to who? So you want to make sure a real estate agent's job is to market and sell your home. You want to see where they're marketing it, who they're marketing it to. So your home is obviously going to appeal to certain people. And if you have a specialty property, that's even more. A specialty property meaning, if you have special aspects to your property, if it's an equine property, if it's a luxury property, those make it special. It appeals to a certain buyer. And you want to make sure you're marketing it to the people that it's going to appeal to, right? How are you marketing my home? Are you using a professional photographer? Hold on. I cannot tell you how many agents out there are using cell phones for photography. It's awful. Really, it's awful. So you want to make sure that your agent is using a professional photographer. If you have acreage and you have things laid out, you want to make sure there's aerial photography or drone photography. So you want to find out from your agent exactly how they're marketing and do they have a target? Who are they marketing it to, and how are they going to make sure those people see your property? Another question is a kind of a two-part question about your buyer. Will you also represent the buyer, and how will you vet any buyers that come in? So in most areas in Massachusetts, you can be what we call a dual agent. So you can represent the seller and the buyer as long as both agree that that's okay. And you want to make sure, because how can you adequately negotiate for both parties? So are you okay with that as a seller if your agent also represents the buyer? And so you want to ask that and make sure and see if that's happened to them in the past where they've represented both. Also, how will you vet the buyer? Will you make a phone call to the agent or to the lender and make sure that their financing is good? Make sure you find out about that, because you want to make sure that the offer that you accept is going to go through and you're going to be able to close that. So the next question would be, will you lower your commission? This is a really important question, and it's not to get a lower commission. The thing is you want to make sure that your agent knows how to negotiate. And if they're willing to negotiate their paycheck, what do you think they're going to do when it comes to your home and the money that you're making off of it, right? So you want to see how they respond to this question, which is more important than what they say. I'm sorry, not what they say, but whether they will lower their commission. And then the last question is can I cancel our agreement? And this is probably the most important question, because if your agent is really doing a great job at your house, of marketing your house, of selling your house, if they're pricing it properly and they're doing their job, then the answer to this every single time should be absolutely. If you're not satisfied with the service that I'm providing, then you can absolutely cancel our agreement. So that's an important question, because you want to make sure that your agent is doing everything possible to list your property and market it and get it sold for you. So I'm always around if you have any questions or if I can be of any service to you. My number is 339-832-3591, and I look forward to hearing from you. Thanks so much.